What's going on YouTube? I wanted to make a tutorial. Well, not really a tutorial, but like tips on, how to achieve an outer body experience. Um, One I could tell you is definitely practice. Practice, believe, and have an intention on going somewhere or intention on leaving your body in general. You may, a bunch of my subs may ask, why is he always wanting to do this? Like, I don't get it. I don't see what's the point. Well, it's like, it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing. Like, just imagine your whole life living in one body, and one night, or one session during sleep, you exit willingly or unintentionally from your physical body and literally float around, walk around as if you would, normally. There's no limitations of this physical world on on you, basically. So you can fly, you can go, you can speak to, your higher self. You can seek guidance. It's real. It's real crazy. I mean, I would rather have this happen than I want it to happen every night, because I haven't been able to have a long OBE, but I have had some successful ones on command. The best way I've found out to do it, for example, the other day when I told you guys I left my body, I almost left my body right after that, because I tried it again right after that, and I almost achieved it again. And the next day, um, I didn't achieve exiting, but I achieved the feeling of lifting out of my body. But I fell asleep before I could detach myself, because when I'm doing it, this is what I'm doing. Like, let's say I'm sleeping, I'm in the middle of a dream, and then most of the time when I try to, you know, how do I say it? When I'm trying to say, okay, when I try to tell myself I'm dreaming, like, oh, yo, I'm dreaming, let me try to take over my dream. I usually end up waking up. And usually when I end up waking up, I feel real groggy, like my whole body, I just can't move. And so what I found out is a good method to do is, if you wake up, instead of just laying still, allow yourself to roll over, and you will start to feel like the whole sensation of your body doing it. Um, the best way to describe it, I woke up, I was on my back, I woke up, no, I'm sorry, I was on my stomach. Then I woke up, and then I just rolled over, and then I just laid there, and then immediately I was like, I felt all my body go numb. And I'm like, oh shit, this is so cool. This is what I'm thinking. Oh shit, this is so cool. I'm ready. And so I was hearing buzzing in my noise. And when I'm still in my body and I hear the buzzing, I start to see stuff. So I kind of just not, I tried to keep my eyes closed so I don't see anything. And plus, I also think positive so I don't have a negative experience. But yeah, so right from a dream, once you wake up in the middle of the night, if you ever do, just roll over and just kind of try to stay awake, but don't move a muscle. Okay, so your body could go right back to sleep. It's easier if you do it while your body was already sleeping. It goes back to sleep quicker than it is if you're just out and about, or you're just trying to lay down, and meditate. But um, another method I've found quite successful, which I don't really understand why. Sofas, a couch. I don't know if it's because there's not much laying room, so you kind of gotta stay still or else you'll fall off. But I noticed on the couch that I can have an OBE a lot. When I was in New York, I had one every single night, but it wasn't. I couldn't leave my body. It was, and it wasn't more like raising. It was more like sinking. I wasn't lifting out of my body. I felt like I was sinking through the sofa. And uh, but my last OBE, my last like fully achieved out of my body one, that was crazy, and it lasted about 3 seconds. I literally was laying on my stomach, and then I woke up, and then I just kind of stood there, and you could feel like your feet and your toes, and you could feel it like things don't feel right. It feels like euphoric, like a body high, and I, I always tell myself it's gonna be easy for me to detach myself, and it always is. As soon as I say that, it's like I go to do it, and I'm either on my way out of my body or I just pop right out. It's crazy. But the last time I was like, man, I want what I really want to do is, because even though I've left my body a couple of times, I want it to. I'm still a little skeptical, and and skepticism isn't a bad thing because all new ideas that are presented, you know, skepticism is a human trait, a human characteristic. Everyone is a skeptic, when it comes to new things. And I haven't had OBEs all my life. It's been this year. It's been crazy full of OBEs and sleep paralysis and I mean that happens all the time, but yes, but I've been able to recall a lot of my experiences this year. 23, 22, 21, 20. I couldn't do it. But now it's like I'm always having them. And it's real. I don't know how to explain it. Just imagine this is how I feel. Close your eyes. You're laying on the sofa. You have people around your house like normally, and you're laying down on the sofa. You you feel funny. You feel real groggy. You feel real funny. You feel tingly, and all of a sudden you just feel like you're raising, and you're like, "What is this feeling?" And you just automatic like you're just next thing you know you're floating above yourself, looking at yourself sleeping. That feeling is a feeling so reassuring of reincarnation, you know.
You like how I parts?
Yeah, I did. Not fearing death, you know, because you see your physical body just chilling. But what I really want to see is if I can actually have a one-on-one with, you know, um, high energy, not low energy like I've encountered. I want high energy. That's why I raise my vibration. But I really want to see maybe Jesus, maybe Buddha. I want to see somebody powerful, God himself, you know. I want to I want to meet face to face. And it's crazy because when I became an atheist back in back when I was 19, 2009, I told myself I told myself, why do I believe in God? I mean, it's not even like I pray, nothing happens. I don't even have a job. I mean, I have a bunch of followers on YouTube and stuff, but I mean, So, I also wanted to see, why, why people didn't believe in God, because I felt like that was super extreme to, because everyone does. It's not something that people just walk around saying, I don't believe in God. So I wanted to see the perspective of the people who, enhancing my perception, not just being closed-minded and I ended up taking the path of the atheist because it just made more sense. How could, you know, you come like the story? It just sounds baloney, right? So, but I've always asked for a sign. I've always asked for, I mean, I'm sure, there's people that are gonna say, "Oh, you just can't ask God for a sign," and I mean, there's people like that, but I'm sure you have too. Lord, you gotta be real. You gotta you show me. Like I want to. I don't want to risk what I'm doing now in life to judge whether I burn in hell forever. You know, so it's like it was a big deal to me because I always thought, if I don't get good with God or if I live the way I was living, then I will never, be able to, live in eternal happiness, have that eternal life, and that's something that I always feared. But now, it's like, man, now I'm kind of leaning more towards Buddhism because I like the whole reincarnation, and that's something I believe in because if you if you if you have an outer body experience and you talk to the creator or someone higher or powerful and you know that the experience to you is real, then boom, that's assurance right there. That's enough assurance whether you're a Christian and you believe it was Jesus, or if you were a Buddhist and you feel like, oh, this is my soul and there's my body. I'll be able to come in, at a late, once I die, my soul will exit my body and I'll be able to come in for whatever reason. Now, this also leads up to a bunch of questions like, what is my purpose in life? What is my physical purpose in life? And these are good questions that I feel like everyone should ask. Not the living day by day and then at the last minute when you're old, trying to go back to school and trying to achieve things, things that you could have achieved already. And this is why I like to think I'm ambitious. But I'm also, um, but I also feel that, you know, it's your life, you do what you want. And if you want to sleep at the park all day and if that makes you happy, then you should do that. You know, you should do that. Make a living out of it. Shoot, I don't know. But I feel like people should do whatever they want, you know. But then, like, there's these people, like, did you know? Let me tell you, well, let me tell you what I feel. Some people, they have a natural fear of something. They have a natural fear of heights, spiders, uh, clowns, but they don't know why they fear them. You know, they just are. It's creepy as fuck to them. It may be because of a way they died in a past life. Maybe they got bit by a spider, and that's why they're so scared of them in their next life. Because right now we can't recall that kind of stuff because we kind of get accustomed to every